Okay,
action.
Okay, so now that we've got the ski through wet lay, we're going to go ahead and get it ready for bagging. We're going to use what's called a Teflon coated fiberglass. It's Teflon coated so nothing sticks to it, but it's porous, so all the excess resin and air can migrate through it. I'll put this one down.
It's really important we understand that when you push it through this machine, it's material, and then it's going to come out.
Just key to be centered.
So I said that.
Okay, you can pull it tight. Then we're going to put what's called the bleeder breather. This material picks up all the excess resin and allows for the vacuum to pull. It allows vacuum to pull from the whole bag.
Oh, those are nasty. I'd rather not need those anymore.
So we're going to lay 2 layers. We're using a thin 2-ounce material, so 2 layers gives us 4 ounces.
So solid prime. Oh, that's fair.
Okay.
Solid, they saw all the way solid. Solid,
And now is when you check. Actually, watch putting on that, because once the resin gets there, I know we should have that dedicated. So now you're checking for the alignment, the quarter P-Tex alignment. Remember? And you're going to go ahead and check it with that.
Is that bad?
Just let's wipe it off.
Having some technical difficulties here. Film resume.
Now we know what happens.
That's what you don't do, people.
You got me. Okay, so lift up your lift up your edge and look and see that. No, you want to look at the very ends. Yep, where the end.
Wait, so what?
You got to look at both of them to see if they're equidistant. The core to the edge P-Tex. See the edge right there? It's that wide. If the other one's that wide, you know you're not centered. So you have to look at them both at the same time.
How we looking?
Looks
Awesome.
about, it looks good.
Looks good?
I think so, yeah.
Looks good to me.
Nice. Okay.
So 6 inches is
So
about.
now we have a backing board. It's right here.
So determining if I need to push this by checking.
And it's got little pegs on it. We'll clean that up later. All right, so now you've got this little nylon rod. It just goes back up against here, or close. It just lifts it up a little bit and allows us to pull the bag on. Put some baby powder in.
Yeah. How the table's looking, Chase? Yeah? You should start sanding mine top. How much room we leave in there?
Good couple inches.
Alright.
All right, so now we need to poke a hole in the bag.
Oops. Oh, I paused it, my bad.
Okay. Put some additional pickup here because this is where all the resin is going to want to flow into the valve. So this just keeps it from getting clogged up. vacuum valve. Take off the first two, leave the third one on. To the bag. Obviously the collar goes, the screwing part goes last. Just let it slide down and spin the tube. It's a lot easier than trying to spin the. Get it firm. Okay.
You don't hear that roaring noise?
Okay, you can do the same. Well, let's do this end first. You just simply put the bar there. And keep the blue in just as a slight tad overhang. And then start pushing in. Come this way.
So now, you're going to use this. So you're now writing this in your own words, okay? So I'm going to place my board here against the bed.
Actually, I got a little leak there.
I want to start talking louder.
Okay.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna be where you can see our troubles are all the same. You wanna be where everybody knows your name. You wanna go where people know people are all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Bar one out, plug it in.
You got shit to do, man.
Good. Okay, open up your valve. Just leave it open. You can leave it there. That's not going to change. So you're just checking out. You're going to kind of smooth everything out. Okay, now you're going to tighten this. It's hard to tighten it before there's compression pressure. So now you just tighten that up. And you're looking at your HG. How much are you pulling? Okay, you're pulling 21. I should have told you how much you were pulling before, but you can see that the perfect vacuum in this system, well, it's not a perfect vacuum, but the best vacuum in this system is 21.5. You open the valve and you're not leaking. If the bag was leaking, this would drop obviously. So you're looking for a zero leak vacuum system. So that's what you've achieved. Looks great. I'm going to do a visual or a feel check again, just for safekeeping, just to kind of feel, does it feel equidistant from the core to the edge? Feel good?
It's hard to feel.
It's hard, but you just got to do your best. It's like, oh my god, I think I really should. And then you know. But you can. This feels really good, actually. Even for me, I'm feeling this. Did you just hit the vacuum?
Chase.
Plug it in. Yeah.
Chase. What are you doing, bud? What are you doing?
Push in those two plugs or whatever plugs you got on the inside down below.
Wait, so what are you feeling for?
So the core sits on top of the P-Tex edge assembly. Remember the P-Tex edge? Now if the core is over here, when we cut the ski, half your core is off and your ski's waking. You always want to make sure they're aligned. So we did a visual check when we peeled back, but now we're just doing a hand check. You know, just for catastrophic failure. Yeah, push it out.
Wow. And, how long are we gonna do this for?
This gets, we're not not going to do a heat session this time. You're just going to let it cool by ambient. So tomorrow by this time, they're ready to pop.
Yeah.
Let's see if we have that. Well, we usually don't have it. So she
She's have to keep working it out.
yeah.
What's the other side?
Yeah. See, the other side's got that. Okay, cool. All right. Let's see. Let me check one thing out. All right, we're ready to go ahead and we'll work these out. Let's get this one bagged, and then we'll go back and work all that out. So here, there's another vacuum line underneath. I didn't mark them, but let's do that right now. So you're going to disconnect. Put that down here. You don't know from here. Keep it. Well, you want to keep fitting on the right side. It does. You can lose vacuum. You'll just reestablish it now. Okay. Put it down below. Now you want to move a little fast. Actually, let me do that. And plug it in.
Setting rocker camera, and the numbers are here.
Right, so now we're working on this section of the shop copy to set up the camber rocker rack. You've got about 20 centimeters of tip rocker and 20 centimeters of tail rocker. So your first number to set the rack up is 70. The 70 works for the front and the back bars. 70, because that's the length of the cassette center, the 70 on either end. So you can look over here, it's kind of hard to see, but there's numbers. And there's a line, you can see there's a 70, and as I said, you're always going to see the number, you don't cover it. Okay, so we're going to hit the 70 on that one.
70 is on the outside.
Well, no, go down to this one. You'll do one side first. So this is your rocker, so you're not using that one right now. The 70 applies to this one, but you're going to have to move that. Yeah. So just slide it out of the way. Yep, that's it, just one half little turn, good. Now you're going to look for the mark 70 mark and make sure you see it on this side. Now the back one's free spinning, just push it. You can work with it, yeah. You're going to look for the 70 on this side.
Oh, really?
That's good. Okay, so now we got the 70s, and now we're going to go to the next number is 50, so I'm going to set the 50. This is your tip rocker. And go ahead and set your tail rocker, which is at 50. So you have a symmetrical ski.
70, 50.
50.
Oh, is that 45? Oh, C50.
Hi again.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I'm Jay. I was met you out there outside last spring.
Hey.
Okay.
In the trailer and
Mike, there's,
Right.
there's no 50 on this side.
50. 55.
Jackson,
Okay, so let me
what's
just
up?
mark that up.
You guys all gonna make some?
Yeah.
So you've done like number crunching to figure out what
There you go.
specifically you need.
Set it up. Keep going on that. It's this one. Good deal. Okay, now you're going to match this one to this one. That way they're exact. So keep this centered.
This one to that one.
The back ones
Yeah,
are free floating. The back is always inside, out is outside. So the back ones are free spinning. You can spin them all day long. It's the front ones you're going to work with. That's a great picture.
But that's, yeah, I think it'd be fun, you know, all these
Myers, can you film?
I got a t-shirt. You're doing a good job though.
Thank you. Yeah, it's feeling great. Yeah. Chase, you want to
Close
film?
is good.
I got the tables on.
Go make some tables then, dude.
This ties into film class too though, because
Yeah.
you got your camera angles going on there.
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting the angles alright.
Years ago, I was living in Gilchrist, which is a small logging town down south of here.
Just leave that in the whole time. You don't need to take it out.
Bird houses, and back in the day, we used to put little pegs around. I don't know if you've ever seen those. You know,
That's your dad, yeah.
And land on that to get their house, right? People get birdhouse land, a lot of them will have that. So I had a whole bunch of illustrators making birdhouses.
Okay, so this is your router guide.
Birdhouses all around.
And this is how you put the rocker and like the camera or whatever.
This is camber rocker. This is yeah. So the ski is underneath this now. It'll come up and it'll be formed.
So how come these ends
They
are
shouldn't be.
Okay.
Yeah.
They'll go down.
The plan is that, you go, no, the peg gives the predator a place to stand when they reach in and
Is that marine plywood or is it?
No, not necessary. It's just camera grade because it's a case of fiberglass.
the next year.
Looking good. Looking real good. How you feel about it?
I feel good.
That's good.
Oh yeah.
The hole wrong.
Okay, so we're going to bring one of the skis up. So you're going to disconnect that one valve, which has tape on it, with markers there. Just shut that off. And unplug. You're going to use the front rack here. And what you're going to do is you're going to look at the bottom and you're going to look for the center. Don't let go. Make sure this bag doesn't hit anything. Okay, and then center is the center hole. That'll go right in the center of this bar. Close is good.
Center
Close
hole,
is you want to
center
move fast
ball.
now. Go ahead and get your back line back on. Go just grab the back line, get your back on. Okay. So whatever you do, you're going to try to get back to your back lines as fast as you can.
Always plug her in.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is you're going to take the first one. While we're doing this,
Logo or grab this freaking
Yeah, it's gonna be a walnut veneer, it's gonna go dark, and it's gonna have like trees, like black trees. Colors of black trees.
So, one thing to change, though, I built a sample. I found that an 8.25 inch root was too long. I think actually it's an error on their plan.
so you're going to put, see this little ledger right here? It's going to grab onto your cassette. Okay, so don't have it up here. It's got to grab on there. They're self-centering, and make sure they're right on top of your bar, not crooked. And then just grab one. And keep your clamps inward. That way when you move things around, they don't get picked up. Okay, so go ahead and do the other end.
Okay, once you go back, you cut all these underneath.
Kind of wiggle it. You actually nailed it, but see how this is, you keep that flush. This edge with this edge. A little more. That's good flush. See how that's flush now? This edge with that edge.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Okay, go ahead and clamp. Push your clamps in. Yeah. Okay, now we're just going to put your camber blocks or rocker blocks in. You just kind of like lift up and slide it in. Half on, half off. The half off is going out. Don't make sure when you slide that in, you don't put that back because you'll fuck, you know, at this point. Yeah, good. Half on, half off. So you're going to be half on this way, half off this way. Lift up a little bit. There you go. Good. You can let it down there. Okay.
So the half on, turn off.
Half on, that allows it to kind of ramp up when you go half on, half off, if it needs to. Sweet. All right, so this good. We'll do this again at the end. I'm going to transfer, and then you're going to get ready to bring the other one up. Hit my valve. Sweet. Make sure we don't push it back, bring that one up. Right, okay, so I'm going to unhook you and I'll give it to you. And then before we even do anything, don't worry about centering it. But if you can, if you think you can, look at that whole center. It doesn't matter whether it's an inch or another. So, yeah, I'll take. Okay, there you go. I'm not disconnected yet. You are ready to rock and roll.
Go. Action it back up top, turn it on. Austin's gonna center it. Yes, sir.
Alright, you got your center? Yeah, I think so. Okay. See, yeah, that was pretty good. Okay, good. So here are your clamps. Put your clamps on both.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend.
You want to do a new take? I would just keep. Are you still running?
Yeah.
All right, I'll start talking. So we've completed the first wet layup back in a park ski rocker camber, a slight section of camber and rocker. Next time we'll have a hot box, which will accelerate the cure cycle from a traditional, you know, bring it down to a more like a 55-minute cure cycle, and then the skis can come out, they'll go to finish process. So, first time on the deck, see a couple of problems. We want to make sure we have a bigger sheet so we don't get any resin on the deck. We had some issues bringing the skis up and down with this valving system, so look at that and see if we can't
Some
figure
labels
out.
or something.
Labels would be even better,
Yeah.
right? And then next time we'll have the hot box here, which will allow us, as I said, to cure. A little bit tight on the work deck length, you know, trying to get these clamps on up against the bag. So maybe I'll push that back and push this over. Or maybe put this on this deck over here when you guys put it up.
Yeah.
That'll give us a lot of free room.
Cool.
And we should have had the camber rocker rack set up before. That way when they were built, we could have just put them and then right away put them on as opposed to doing all that transporting.
Yeah.
So I know you did really well. You didn't pop your bag.
Yeah.
It's actually not a big deal. You just, you know, get some tape. It's hard to find it is the problem.
Right.
Sealing it is just using some, because it's vacuum, it sucks the tape into it. So sealing it's not a problem.
You get pretty thin when it gets sucked together.
Yeah, yeah.
Not bad.
And then, you know, as far as my building, Kristen is obviously the master builder in terms of wet lay. This is the first time I've done it in quite a while, so a little bit too much resin overall. But
Is that epoxy? Is it set up pretty quick?
no, you've got to, you know, at this ambient temperature, you've got about a 45 minute pot life, but that's why we broke it into 2 stages. Okay, we didn't mix the whole batch. It's exothermic, so the more you have, the more mass there is, the more heat it generates. And once it starts generating heat, it accelerates that process exothermically. So if you mix 2 small batches, you've got twice the pot life. You know, so.
Interesting. Cool.
So how long do these sit like this?
Well, your skis are going to sit because they're not under heat. But tomorrow you can come in, and I'll tell you, I'll explain how to check to make sure that they're ready to pop. But the long, you know, I've never cured air temperature, so I'm not familiar with the resin system. I think they keep the building heated, so that's nice. So we might have to err on the tall side and say, hey, give it a full 24 hours. But in a hot box scenario, 40 minutes.
Really?
40-45 minutes.
Wow.
We won't be back here until 24 hours anyway.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of how I figured it in regards to how you guys are going to use the platform. So I'm going to be leaving. I'll be back in 12 days. I'm going to get the snowboard section 100% dialed in, and I'm going to rework the hot box, and I'm going to come back and do what I did again. I'm going to look at all the tools, where they're going, how they're supposed to go, and find a place for everything, and keep you guys efficient. So thanks for all your help, man.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
Atomically, Socrates' philosophies and hypotheses can't define how I be dropping these mockeries. Lyrically perform armed robbery, flee with the lottery. Possibly they spotted me. Battle scarred shogun, explosion when my pen hits tremendous. Ultraviolet shine blind forensics. I inspect view through the future, see millennium. Killer bees sold 50 gold, 60 platinum. Shackling the masses with drastic rap tactics. Graphic displays melt the steel like blacksmiths. Black wool jackets, queen bees ease the from the